Carolina Weather Watchers. I'm the host for South Carolina Weather, Jesse Peterson, and let's talk about the weather for your Sunday evening going through your week. And this is the weekly forecast because it's Sunday evening for July the 7th through July the 13th. So, looking at the radar right now, we obviously have a lot of stuff going on. Some showers going through the upstate right now. More moderate to heavy precipitation going to like the Greenwood, McCormick, Newberry, Winsboro, Chester, Lancaster region, and then some storms as well that's going through the Camden, Saluda, and Edgefield region, even with some of those storms being strong up there near Edgefield and just to the south of Saluda, with some downpours as well near Barnwell. Look at the low country though, the southern Midlands and the PD region looking absolutely fantastic right now. Nothing going on for y'all down there. As we move our way up, because obviously when we talk about the entire United States, there's a lot that is going on inside the United States that's not going on inside South Carolina, and one of those things obviously includes stuff like Hurricane Beryl or severe weather. But in terms of Hurricane Beryl, here Hurricane Beryl is right here. You can actually kind of see it. You can kind of see it here on here's the low pressure, and there goes the outer bands of Beryl going through. Some of them have already pushed actually on shore, and some have actually already produced. Some of those outer bands of Beryl has already produced severe thunderstorms up to 60 miles an hour wind gust already. Um, and that is expected to be a Category 1 hurricane as we get to around 2 a.m. As we get to around 2 a.m. tonight. So we're gonna watch for that, and we might actually start to see some tropical storm force conditions push into the coast of Texas in probably around a couple of hours or so, if not already. But right now, wind sustained can probably already be up to around 39, I think to 56 miles an hour, in around an hour or so in the coastal regions already. Here is our MRMS for the entire United States. You can see that we do have some severe weather going on inside of eastern New Mexico, eastern Colorado, with some severe thunderstorm warnings, severe thunderstorm watches, and a tornado warning even going on inside of Colorado and northeastern New Mexico. Even up here inside of Texas, southwestern Oklahoma, we do have some severe weather going on with some flooding going on inside of Oklahoma. We also do have flood watches, tropical storm warnings, hurricane warnings, I should say, and storm surge warnings going through Texas. And then you can even see up here inside of the northern United States, you can start to see some of the rain up there. Storms going through Wisconsin, Iowa, Missouri, as well as Illinois. And down here inside the deep south and Florida as well, we do have some showers and storms pushing through there. In terms of cloud cover, though, cloud cover, most of the state is covered by cloud cover, maybe except if you're over there near the Charleston, Orangeburg region, somewhere around there, Georgetown, maybe Sumter. But everyone else is usually covered by clouds. Myrtle Beach, Florence, light clouds. But like the upstate, western South Carolina, very heavy clouds. And as we move those clouds into the future, all right, let me push this forward. You can see that as we move into, oh, look at this. All right, well, we're going to, oh, did it work? No, okay. Well, we're gonna skip that for right now because that seems like it doesn't want to do its thing today. Here is our current temperature: 75 in Greenville, 77 in Columbia, 80 in Charleston, 82 inside of Savannah, 80 inside of Myrtle Beach, 82 inside of Florence, 82 in Sumter, 84 in Bennettsville, and 77 up there in Rock Hill. Here's our low temperatures for tonight: around 75 in Columbia, 79 in Charleston, 75 Moncks Corner, 80 inside of Hilton Head Island, 79 in Myrtle Beach, 75 in Dillon, 75 in Cheraw, 72 in Rock Hill, 72 in Spartanburg, 73 Greenville, Anderson. Here's our forecasted precipitation for the next 24 or so hours. You can see here that pretty much rain is possible throughout the entire state of South Carolina for the next 24 hours. Even in the low country and PD regions where we have not really been seeing too much rain for like I'd say the past couple of days. But there is pretty much the entire state has a chance of seeing some precipitation as we move through tonight going into tomorrow. So let's go and let's check out the models right now. Turn off the live radar thing right there at the top. And we're going to go straight down to the 18Z. And we're going to push this forward because here's what it was supposed to look like at around 9 o'clock. It doesn't really resemble that too much, but we're going to move through. And you can see at around 1 a.m., showers and storms are still going to be pushing down southward towards Orangeburg, Barnwell, Allendale. And they're going to kind of die out as they get just to the south of Orangeburg. And then more showers, more thunderstorms are possible tomorrow morning near pretty much at the coastline, late morning. And then maybe even some more showers and thunderstorms popping up near the Charleston metro region, the Tri-County region at around 1 o'clock p.m. tomorrow. And then even around 4 o'clock, more scattered showers and storms can pop up inside the low country and PD regions of South Carolina through tomorrow. So honestly, I'd say if you saw rain today, there's a good chance that you might not see rain tomorrow. There is a chance up there inside like the very far upstate near like Seneca, South Carolina, and Lawrence, South Carolina for some rain as we move into like 10, 11 o'clock. But those are going to move through. And then as we get to around 5, 6 a.m., those showers will finally be trying to dissipate. Some will still try to form even as we go into the early morning hours on Tuesday as well, but they won't be really that big of a deal. And then some more showers and storms possible again on Tuesday. So again, we're in that same summer pattern that I've been talking about, where we pretty much have a chance of rain every single day. Here is our SPC outlook. We do have a marginal risk of severe weather that just got removed right as I moved it. So everyone inside the state still does have a chance to receive some type of thunderstorm activity as we move through today and tonight. As we go into tomorrow as well, same thing. Everyone has a chance of seeing a thunderstorm going through tomorrow. And same thing with Tuesday. Tuesday also have the same chance seeing a thunderstorm. In terms of excessive rainfall, we are under a day 1 risk for tonight because if those thunderstorms do sit in an area for a long time, they can cause some minor flooding in some places. Even tomorrow as well, we do have a chance for some more marginal flooding in like Greenville, South Carolina, over towards Anderson, also like Charleston, North Charleston, like pretty much the entire low country of South Carolina, southern Midlands of South Carolina, as well as southern PD regions. And then as we go into Tuesday, we do have another marginal risk of excessive rainfall, but this time it's only for the southern tip of South Carolina. That's for like Beaufort, Hilton Head Island. So just a chance of some minor flooding on Tuesday, and then Thursday from Beaufort, Hilton Head Island, from the low country all the way up into Rock Hill and over towards Myrtle Beach and Conway, where you have another marginal risk of excessive rainfall, which means more minor flooding is possible on Thursday. As you move into the tropics, because we've already talked about the model, so let's talk about the tropics now. Tropics right now, you see Beryl here. There's a danger of life-threatening storm surge inundation along the coast of Texas from the north entrance to the Padre Island National Seashore to the Sabine Pass, including Matagordo Bay and Galveston Bay. Residents in those areas should follow any advice given by local officials and follow evacuation orders. Beryl is forecasted to bring damaging hurricane-force winds to portions of Texas coast tonight and early morning tomorrow. A hurricane warning is in effect from Baffin Bay to San Luis Pass. Considerable flash and urban flooding is expected tonight through Monday night across portions of the middle and upper Texas Gulf Coast and eastern Texas. Minor to isolated major river flooding is also expected. Rip currents will also cause life-threatening beach conditions through Monday across much of the Gulf Coast. Beachgoers should heed warning flags and the advice of lifeguards and local officials before venturing into the water. So now let's go and let me show y'all what Beryl looks like now. So here it is right here. That's what Beryl looks like. Let me zoom it in for y'all. But that's what Beryl looks like. It's currently right now trying to move upward, kind of like a bit northern a little bit. Again, Houston, let me get my pen. But Houston is like right here. And then I believe Corpus Christi is like somewhere right here. And Beryl is trying to make it up in between there, right through there. So At least that's what's forecasted for right now. But so we'll continue to watch and see where it makes landfall officially, because it can only make landfall in one place. It can't make landfall in you can't say, oh, it made land. Well, I mean, I guess you could say it made landfall in Texas, but still, the exact numbers as well as or the exact town is what I want to know, as of where it landed at. Here is our cone of uncertainty, or just our cone of where Hurricane Beryl is going. Hurricane, it will turn to a hurricane obviously tonight, but then as you get into 1 o'clock p.m., and actually I can show y'all here as well. This might make it a little bit better. You see it'll become a tropical storm at around 1 p.m. on Monday. That will be probably near College Station, Texas, Navajo, Texas, Huntsville, Texas. So winds still sustained of up to 60 miles an hour with gusts of up to 70 miles an hour is possible. And then as we move through 1 a.m. on Tuesday, still a tropical depression is possible. Winds 35 to 45 miles per hour are possible for Longview, Texas, and Tyler, Texas. And then up here near Conway, Arkansas, and Little Rock, Arkansas, can see some tropical depression force conditions, winds 30 miles an hour with gusts of up to 40 miles an hour, into, I think, Tuesday afternoon around 2 o'clock. And then as we move up into southern Illinois, the Boot Hill, Missouri, winds sustained 25 miles an hour with gusts of up to 35, not much, again, from tropical depression Beryl. Then Indianapolis is going to have to worry about this thing. Again, winds sustained 25 miles an hour with gusts of up to 35 miles an hour on Wednesday at 2 o'clock p.m. Heavy rainfall obviously will come with this. And then finally, it goes past Detroit, goes past Toledo, and it will be, and actually, interestingly enough, it actually tries to increase and become a 30 to 40 miles an hour, because remember earlier it said 25, 35, now it says 30 to 40, so maybe this little bit of water right here will maybe try to enhance it up just a tiny bit. But again, that's what's going on right now with Beryl, and you can actually kind of see it right here. You can see the very heavy rainfall. This would cause very heavy rain for Missouri, Illinois, Indiana as well. So if you know anybody in those regions, you gotta let them know that is a potential. And then here's, again, just a little path of where this thing could potentially go. And then as we move into the hurricane models, again, I'm not going to show these for too long because it's pretty obvious where this thing is going to go. It's going to curve upward. Same thing, the GFS saying the exact same thing. It's going to curve upward. And same thing with the Euro model, curve upward. And there are still some models saying that well, actually, when I say some, I mean most, that still say that this still will not become a hurricane. There's only one model now that's saying that it will become a hurricane, and it was actually the most intense model earlier. I think it was last week as well. This thing was also saying that it would re-intensify into a hurricane, and the other ones were saying absolutely not, and it ended up being on top. That's the ship model, so whichever model that is. But there it goes. Again, Category 1 is still expected through the Texas coast. And that's pretty much everything on Hurricane Beryl. So now let's go and let's talk about the week forecast for this week. So this is just right here showing us what the fairness of weather, or how fair the weather will be as we go through this week. And you can see obviously that with Hurricane Beryl coming through, obviously on average, so it says some more above average fair weather is possible even where Beryl is going. But as we move into the end of the week, that could change. It could become nice conditions, but unsettled weather this week, mainly over here inside of southeastern Nebraska, Iowa, Kansas, Missouri. Those regions do have probably the most chance. Everyone inside this region probably has a chance of either seeing equally fair and unsettled weather, or just straight up unsettled weather. But down here inside South Carolina, we're going to have some above average fair weather as we move through this week as well. In terms of temperatures as well, temperatures will be above average inside of South Carolina for this week, even though up here in the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast, they do have a higher chance of seeing some more above average temperatures. And obviously, as well, over here you can see the blue, in the central United States. That's some very below average temperatures. I'll show the 6 to 10 day map and show that as well. And then in terms of precipitation as well, South Carolina will actually be above average for precipitation. There is like some regions, like pretty much from Berkeley County all the way up into like Horry County and all the way up towards the South Carolina, North Carolina border, that has about an equal chance of seeing some precipitation, but everyone else has a nice fair shot of seeing some above average precipitation. So I'm going to move my screen back because I'm going to show you the CPC outlook for the next 6 to 10 days. So here's the Climate Prediction Center. I'm going to move to this one. All right. So you can see actually here that if we move this here, here's the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. This is from July the 13th all the way through July the 17th. So you can see most of the U.S. will actually be above average. Again, this is not for like this is not from like now all the way to 10 days. This is from, again, July the 13th through July the 17th. So that's next week. So, and I actually showed y'all that a bit earlier. If you don't remember, it was around a couple of days ago. I talked about the patterns and why Hurricane Beryl would pretty much go upward, and I said it was because of a trough digging down, bringing those cooler than average temperatures. And also, what do you know? Cooler than average temperatures here inside the central United States, which I did say and I did predict. But that's going to happen. But I talked about after that whole situation with Hurricane Beryl happened, there would be nice temperatures throughout most of the United States, and look, very above average conditions. If you like warm weather, if you like cool weather, then it's not good for you. But if we move on and we go through the 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook, again, precipitation for the next 6 to 10 days from July the 13th through July the 17th, some above average precipitation is possible for South Carolina as we move through the next 6 to 10 days. Again, like I said, with fair weather, there could still come thunderstorms. There could still come rain. It's not out the question at all. But just the fair weather in general doesn't mean like severe weather usually. Now there could be like a downtick in severe weather. Like there could still be a marginal risk of severe weather because, that's obviously possible. But it won't be bad weather, is what I'm trying to say. So that's pretty much that. So let's go and let's talk to well, actually, no, we're not going to talk to the audience just yet, actually, because we actually have to talk about the future. Actually, I almost forgot about that. So I'm glad I figured it out. Let's do radar, rain, and frozen. So as you move this forward and as we get through July the 7th, more rain, more thunderstorms possible. July the 8th, 9th, the 10th, and the 11th. The 12th and the 13th seems to be bringing more rain. The 13th may not be as bad. Maybe just some isolated showers on the 13th, but as of now, not really a thunderstorm threat. July the 14th could still bring that threat. Same thing with July the 15th, the 16th, and maybe even the 17th as well. The 18th could be a pretty interesting precipitation-wise day. And then same thing for if we move out on for the next 300 or so hours. So pretty much, again, active period, like I've been saying. This, again, just going to be rain after rain after rain. It's going to be, you have a chance of receiving precipitation pretty much every single day, just like it is in summer. So now we can go talk to the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And let's go and talk with them. So let me change it to the live chat just to make sure I don't miss any messages. And zoom my way in. So my name says, hello, Jay. Hello. My cousin says, hi, Joseph. Hi. And then my other cousin says, hey, Joseph. Hey. And then my other cousin says, hey, Joseph. San Antonio is in the house. Thank you so much for tuning in from San Antonio. I will talk about Hurricane Beryl for y'all as well, even though I don't think Hurricane Beryl will really even affect y'all at all. It might just be your regular, I'm not going to say like regular like San Antonio rain, but like, I don't know how much rain y'all get like on average every single day, because I know like places like Florida, obviously Florida is usually always moist there. Usually it's always warm. It's usually like never really that cold in Florida, unless like on a very rare occasion that it is. So like I know like Florida gets its daily thunderstorm or whatever it is over there, but I don't know what it is inside of Texas. You're gonna have to let me know and see. But moving on, let's talk about our forecast for Texas, or for San Antonio and Raleigh, and also if you're inside South Carolina, don't leave just yet, because I do have one more thing that we're going to start incorporating into the lives now. I've been thinking about it, and I want y'all to give me some feedback on that. Well, actually, it's not going to really be feedback tonight, but it's going to be throughout the next couple of days. So as we move this forward for San Antonio, though, not really any rain threat for like the early hour, for the early hours. But then as we move into like the afternoon hour, that's when you can probably start to see some showers move through, maybe some thunderstorms, and then you're done. Again, not really a lot. You're probably gonna get wind gusts maxing around 30 miles an hour, and maybe some isolated thunderstorms, some isolated showers, but that's pretty much it. I'm gonna be real. There's nothing else really to this at all. As we move through Tuesday morning as well, there's not really anything going on through there either. So that's pretty much it in terms of precipitation. Not going to be a lot at all. It's just going to go just to your east. Here is temperatures though. And let me move it back to 9 o'clock p.m. For tonight. And then as you move through, as you move through, I don't have my tool. Move this over here. Low temperatures tonight around 77, 76, and you can see Beryl starting to make its way up. High temperatures tomorrow around 95, somewhere around there. Yeah, as you move into tomorrow night, low temperatures around 75, and then around 2 o'clock on July the 9th seems to be. That's when it will become around 90s, 92, somewhere around there. And then as you move over towards Raleigh, North Carolina, because that's pretty much it for San Antonio. Really nothing else to it. Let me move it back, and then let's move it to 9 o'clock. Low temperatures tonight around 73, and then as you go into tomorrow, high temperatures around 91. Low temperatures tomorrow at around 75, and then around 89 going into our Tuesday up there in Raleigh. And also you do have a chance for some excessive rainfall on Thursday, but just some minor flooding is possible on Thursday. And then in terms of precipitation though, turn that off. In terms of precipitation, let me move this forward. And as you can see, you do have a chance for tonight. You can see obviously all these showers and storms moving past you. Have a chance for it tonight. And then as you go into tomorrow, like early tomorrow morning, nothing really happening tomorrow at all. Really until you get to around tomorrow early afternoon, have another chance for receiving downpours. And that's pretty much it in terms of that, in terms of rain for the next 40 or so hours, if anything else. And that's pretty much that. So, one more thing, and then I'll let everyone go. I will be kind of like interpreting a thing like at the end of the live, where I talk about, is this really key or really important to talk about? One thing like I think the first thing I'm gonna do is like cloud cover, obviously, because I know a lot of people. I know somebody. I'm not saying no names, but I know somebody that said that I really shouldn't talk about cloud cover that much. He knows who she is. But I'm not saying, I'm not gonna like just say that it's like not important in general. But like I'm gonna say that it's somebody was just saying that it wasn't really that beneficial. So I just wanted to let y'all know about that. It would be kind of like a little thing where you put inside the chat and say if it's important or not. Like you just put inside the chat and say, let me see, that's not important, and then put like a dot 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 at the end or whatever. And then like that's pretty much all you have to do. Just say if it's important or not, and if it is, then you can leave it. We'll just start with cloud cover though tomorrow though. I'm not doing that tonight. And that's all that I have. So I'm going to end this off here. Everyone have a fantastic rest of your Sunday evening. Make sure that you guys hit the like button and the subscribe button as well, as we are getting closer and closer to our goal of 200. We're at 143 subscribers now, and we are pushing further and further to 200 before August the 31st. August the 31st is our last day, and we are getting closer and closer to that deadline. And we have around, I think, we have a week and around, no, not a week, a month and 3 weeks left. So we have a month, 3 weeks, and a couple of days left. So pretty much, I honestly say that we don't have a lot of time left because it's only around 2 months or so. Again, that sounds kind of close or kind of far, but as time progresses, and if you guys don't share or anything like that, it's going to eventually catch up. So that's all I'm gonna say on terms of that. So I'm actually gonna let y'all leave now. So everyone have a fantastic rest of your Sunday. I will be back tomorrow morning with another video.